Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sheer Thoughts, guys. How y'all doing, man? You already know it's your boy Chuck's here, guys. How y'all doing? And as always, man, I'm here with my lovely, the stunning, the wonderful, the elegant, the fancy, the shiny red Miss Sony Panda. I was gonna say though, girl. Listen, you can't miss those. What are you wearing, bro? Like those look phenomenal, especially considering that they're red in the way they look. What are those? You got to share.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no, so basically, these are, oh my God. So they used to, okay, they're kind of like a chic shoe pair that I did before because I had them in black and white
Oh, okay.
and did videos of them or whatever. But it's a similar, I can't remember. It's basically like, you know how people have just spin-off companies? They have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah,
these 10 different whatever.
yeah.
So it's like it's a brand, it's one of those weird and wonderful brands, but it's pretty much exactly the same as
Ah,
the black
okay.
and white pair that I've done, but it's just a different seller and a different weird brand. So yeah,
They
I
look
can't really tell you the name because I don't know what it is.
no fair enough, but they look dope though. I mean, for a red pair, that the gloss on them
Yeah.
looks pretty fun. What denier are they? Because they do look thick.
They're about between probably about 70, 80. I can't say 100.
Oh, okay.
It is like they are still a little bit
Yeah, yeah,
sheer,
yeah.
but I would probably say, in my opinion, 70, 80.
Interesting. Okay. Because I
But
was
they
gonna
might
say
list it as
they.
like 100.
No, yeah. I mean, they do look thick, but obviously on a camera you can't exactly tell unless you're in person. But they look dope though. Bro, I gotta admit, for some off-brand thing, they look pretty good. I mean, but how do they feel though? Do they feel good?
Do you know what? They're nice.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's good then.
especially like with the black and the white ones that I did. They are nice. They feel really nice. The only thing I don't like is they have a double seam at the back. Not a fan.
Double
And
seam.
then yeah, I hate it. They normally do it on like bigger sizes. So you instead of having like a single
Oh,
seam
yeah,
that
yeah,
goes
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
middle, you've got the double seam. I hate that.
Oh, that's
And then
weird. Yeah, usually that's only for like
yeah,
bigger sizes. Like for
well,
for
listen,
for
they
my
class
fat
it
ass.
as well, exactly. And this weird thing is these are supposed to be a size medium because obviously it's Chinese sizing, so a small is put into
There
medium
it
or a
is.
large, and
There it is. Yeah.
there you go. So yeah, but no, otherwise, yeah, they're a nice pair. They're actually a pretty decent pair. I feel like a superhero. I'm not gonna lie. Honest to God, I literally feel like a superhero,
I mean,
heroine even,
I mean,
heroine.
I mean, listen. You look better than the Flash. I'm just saying.
I will take that. Thank you. Anyway, what are you wearing today? So I
uh,
could just talk all day about mine.
listen, we can. That's not a problem. I'm rocking some good old Wolfords. Felt like a Wolford type of day. I was like, why not?
Oh, okay.
These are the Lux Nines. Decided to throw these back on. Listen, man, I will always say
Oh
though,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I gotta admit, man, for unless if you know nylons, you wear a whole bunch of different ones. Like especially know, but I feel like if you wear Wolfords compared to CDRs compared to other brands, it is very interesting how it's like the CDR Eternals or the Super Lucidos, or I'm trying to think of another one, but they have like that oily finish, like where you can really tell.
Mm.
I will still say, bro, it's unbelievable how these Lux Nines, just like the softness of them. Like it is unbelievable how soft they are, and especially because like I haven't had a chance to get my legs waxed and everything. So especially now that I've in the past year I've worn nylons with no hair. For me, I prefer it. It feels closer to my skin. I just like how it looks. I like how it feels better. So right now I'm not exactly happy that I have the hair on my legs, but I haven't had the money to go get waxed. But considering that I have full leg hair on right now, but I'm still wearing these, still so soft,
Mm.
still unbelievable feeling, bro. Very, very nice.
Oh,
I can't
good.
even lie. But yeah, I'm rocking these bad boys today.
Oh, okay, okay. So while we're on the topic of like hosiery and tights and whatnot, right? Let me ask you a question. Only because I got asked it the other day, and I actually thought it'd be really cool to bring it to the pod. So somebody had obviously asked me, "Oh, what's your favorites like, uh, in regards to like sheer versus matte, or shiny versus matte,
Yeah,
sheer versus opaque,
yeah,
um." And basically everything kind of nylon. I was like, oh, okay, do you know, this is a really good question. I've not been asked this for a while. And my like opinion always kind of changes. Like what I said last year kind of might not hold as much as what I'm thinking this year.
Yeah, fair
So,
enough. Interesting. Okay.
so
All right.
oh, let me ask you.
I mean, everyone knows that I love shiny. It's like such a given. But I always say
Mm,
the reason why I love shiny is just because it's so hard to explain because I always say, bro, you don't know it unless you're that person. It just kind of goes with anything. But bro, for me personally, I think I gotta say, bro, the main reason why I love shiny nylon so much is because it's like that shine line to me. It's such a beautiful extra umph to the nylons
mm,
without having it to be a design. You know what I mean? Like no pattern, no flowers, no stripes, no back seam, no polka dots, but it's still like an accent to the tights. That's how I see it. Um, and I listen, bro. Me personally, I personally think like the shine line on nylons is a beautiful look. It's like if bro, if you're outside in the sun and that sun hits your legs a certain way, there's no denying it's a great look, bro. It's something that can't go unnoticed. Like you're gonna be like, oh damn, like her legs look great, and it's like that shine line adds that accent, which is nice. I also think that the shine line, me personally, I feel like the shine line, like I said, when it hits the legs a certain way, I feel like it makes the legs look not skinnier, but like more. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. Like it
so,
makes, yeah, like in a sense, like it almost makes like the legs look like as if like they're nice and toned because it's like that line it's just such a perfect run through. I know it's
mm,
hard to explain, but yeah, bro. For me personally, I would have to say shiny. Definitely, that's my biggest. I always prefer sheer, and I think the main reason why I like sheer is because I think the sheer look, it's like you could still see the legs, so it's just kind of giving that little touch up. That's how I see it.
mm,
And then that's just me. Don't get me wrong. There's some very nice matte nylons out there, but I've just always preferred the sheer ones, sheer and shiny, as I always say. Um, what's another thing? Sheer to waist over control top. Always
yes,
prefer sheer to waist.
yes.
I've just never been a big fan of control top. If I had to genuinely pick, seamless. Seamless is just unbelievable. I think that's one of the greatest feelings. Like it's wonderful. It's just it is. I feel like it is sometimes hard though to find a good pair of seamless though. Like the ones that will really last you. That will you're not gonna worry about them running through, ripping, or anything like that. Um, and then I would say, yeah, the only other one I can think, unless you could think of another one, is sheer toe over reinforced toe.
Ah, yes.
But I
How could
also,
we forget
yeah,
toes?
right. But I also say sheer toe because, like I said, I do believe nylons can go with any look. So it's like if you wear an open, toed shoe, yeah, some people might be like, oh, if you wear nylons with that, that's gonna look silly. Not necessarily, bro. It's how you
Mm,
pair it. It's how you make the look. Um, but me personally, I'd be like, yeah, if you wear reinforced toe, yes, that's gonna be obvious. I feel like that'll look odd. So I prefer the sheer toe because then it's like, hey, there's nothing there. Like it could essentially go with anything,
mm.
and you still get to show off the toesies. Maybe you got a nice pedicure, show them off.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Okay, okay.
So now, what about you? Because like you said, you go back and forth. So
I do a lot. No, I think mine's is once again, obviously for people who don't know, I do it from a fashion aspect. So mine is more sort of okay, because I don't. The thing is with me, right? I don't follow trends, so I'll be wearing whatever any time of year. I'll be still wearing a summer dress in winter, but slightly layered up, maybe or
of
something.
course, yeah, yeah.
I like to just play and just create different looks. And same with kind of like with tights during the year. I can't say I'm in sheer from like March to like September and then in opaque for the rest because it's like actually sometimes I do opaque during. But I think in terms of like the question shiny versus matte, it's funny you say that about like the whole tone look because I feel I get that with a matte finish. I love a
Interesting,
matte finish
interesting. Okay.
because yeah, because it's like so I love doing shiny, right? But one thing I've noticed when I've been doing shiny recently and like there's obviously I've taken some promo pictures, obviously loads of people got snippets on my Patreon
Mm-hmm.
when I did like CDRs and everything. But when I was out and about in Cardiff, obviously course I've got to do a photo shoot. I'm out and about. Um, and one thing I really noticed was a lot of people stare. Now, there's some days I don't mind it because my confidence is like, yep, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm doing me. But it's like some days when I do take a dip, that it can like it's no longer like, oh, her legs look nice. Like in terms of that's what I'm thinking. It can end up being, why do they keep staring? Oh
I
my
get
god,
what you
why do they
mean.
keep
Yeah. No,
staring?
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think I have a kind of weird relationship with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like years and years ago when I first started doing all this, I was fine. My confidence was through the roof. I was booming. But obviously, mental health plays a big part over the years. It takes twists and turns. It does spiral. And so there are days where it is I'm not feeling as confident. So and on those days I end up going for a matte pair because it is look I'm still getting the same thing. My legs still are looking good in a matte pair. Um, and to be fair, I think I like them just a little bit more than a shiny pair because I don't get the full attention on my legs. I don't feel like, oh my God, everybody's staring at my legs. It's more sort of actually they're looking at me and they're looking at my outfit, not just my legs.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's the same with sort of sheer and opaque as well. Not in that sense of the confidence sense, but that's more from a fashion aspect. To me, it's sort of what do I feel like dressing today? Do I want to kind of go opaque or just for the sake of going opaque? Oh yeah, or do I fancy just a sheer pair? So I think mine kind of vary, but it's funny because it's I prefer a reinforced toe than a sheer toe, but mine is only because oh god, my toenails gonna be such mayhem. Like, because the thing is, it's like naturally, I always keep them like a good length. They're
No,
not
of course.
long
Yeah.
and they're not like short. They're actually a really nice length. I mean, beg to differ at the moment, they do need a cut right now. Like they're stabbing everything and ripping through hosiery right now. But yeah, so this is why I like sheer pairs because it is when it gets to that stage where it's I haven't had time to do my nails, I haven't had time to go somewhere to go get a pedicure done or just do it at home. It's like, oh, okay, at least I know I can rely on good reinforced toe
True. Yeah.
pairs
Yeah. That's
rather than
true.
a sheer pair. And I'm like, great, I'm ripping right through them kind of thing. So
I get what you mean. Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. That is understandable. That is a good point too. I mean, a reinforced toe is good because it's reinforced. It's obviously meant to withstand more.
Mm,
So that is understandable. So that is a good point. And then with the shiny thing, I get what you mean because it's understandable. Like, yeah, you'll put on a pair, you already know you're gonna get eyes on you, but it is true. Sometimes there are just those days where you'll be like, bro, I don't want all these eyes on me. Like,
yeah.
even it's like even for famous people, yeah, they understand they're always gonna get eyes on them, but doesn't mean that they always want eyes on them. They're just trying to live a life too.
Mm,
Sometimes that's understandable. I get that. I totally get that.
mm.
So then, what about seamless versus sheer waist versus control top?
Oh, see, it's
She
this
said,
is another hard
"Oh,
one. Oh no, only because okay, so once again, depending on outfits, I do like a good control top when it is I'm wearing like I know I've eaten too much like the past few days. And it's like I've got a bit of a tum going on and I'm wearing something bodycon as hell. And it's like, okay, control top has to come out.
fair enough.
But no,
Okay,
if I'm honest, yeah, I don't do control top as much, but it's like it's always an option for me when it is I'm doing a bodycon dress
hmm
and I'm going out somewhere nice. Um, but yeah, I definitely have to say seamless. I think seamless is is probably my top pick. If I could have every type of pair that I own in seamless, I
oh,
would I would not have
that'd
no
be
complaint.
so dope. That would actually be
Yeah,
so dope.
it is just it's comfortable. I mean, I get the whole. Don't get me wrong, because it's I get the whole sheer to waist with the cotton gusset. So it is you can go commando. You still have that free feeling in a sense, but it is just like obviously I'm not going to kind of share if I do go commando or not because loads of people ask me that and I'm like no, I'm not even going to share that information. No, but it's like at least you have that option there. Whereas I get it with seamless, obviously you're straight on nylons. That's fine for some people. I personally, I don't know how I really feel about it. I've done it once or twice commando and once or twice with underwear, and we're not going to hear the outcome of that. But yeah, like yeah, like
Maybe she'll share the outcome on Patreon, guys. Just,
oh, yeah. I mean,
don't
I could delve a little bit more in Patreon.
don't forget, guys. We got the Patreon, man. Listen, we already had some people sign up. It's been great.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
We're hoping to
Actually.
keep growing the family, and we so far, guys, we have well as of right now. Oh, as of right now, when we're recording this, we only got one video. But then by when this comes out, then we'll have 2 videos up. So yeah,
Yeah.
guys, we got some stuff out there.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I
well, to be fair,
mean,
okay, we'll pin mark this one for Patreon, but yeah, I think
but I get
yeah,
what you mean.
I don't know.
I get what you mean.
I think they've kind of each their own. They have like their own pros and
Yeah.
cons to them, I think. But yeah, I would definitely say seamless is a lot more comfortable than like sheer to waist or like a T-bar thing kind of going on. So yeah.
And I get exactly what you mean because sometimes it is annoying because like I have gotten seamless pairs in the past, of course, but it sometimes sucks because obviously like being a guy, I have bigger legs, I have thick thighs, I have big calves, and then I got a big butt. I just do. I've always just had a big butt. So sometimes with seamless, it's like trying to get them over to my hips and it's like I feel like these are gonna rip. And it's a shame because then I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, fuck, bro, these are a great fucking pair. But then I'm like, it's like I'm gonna ruin them in one shot. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, I'll never forget. I was so upset. I got, was it? I think they were the Eternal 15s or Eternal 20s or whatever. But
Mm.
I got a pair of the Eternals in the blue color, and
Oh,
for I think one of my favorite things about colored shiny sheer nylons is that when you first take them out of the packaging, yes, they're gonna look like that strong color. But the moment they stretch out, it's still the same
yes.
color, but it's now that adding that sheer aspect. So I think it's even like nicer. I was
Mm.
so upset, bro. I got this blue Eternal pair. I was like, yo, these look phenomenal. I took a bunch of photos. I was like, yo, this is amazing. My fat ass got in the car one time and ripped right on my thigh. I go, come on, man. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, bro. I'm not even exaggerating, Sony. I wore them for all of 2 hours before they ripped. I was so upset. I was like, God damn. And of course, they
Man.
weren't seamless because the Liberos are the seamless ones. They were the Eternals, so they're the sheer to waist. But I was like,
Oh,
damn, I didn't expect that to happen to a pair of Eternals like that. And I was like,
yeah.
I was so upset because I'm like, bro, these are so nice. And they're like that nice blue color. Like, if you ever get a pair of the
Yeah.
red Eternals, they look really nice. And I was like, come on. I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
But you know what? Honestly, saying that, right? It's funny you bring that up. So once again, when I was away, I did a pair of CDR Eternos. I think they're 15s, and they weren't sheer to waist. They had like the kind of seamless cut off top part and
Oh, yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And so normally I'm between like a size small to medium. Sometimes if I want just comfort, I'll go medium. But normally, like I can do a small, and
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with the small, not a problem. Never had an issue, and especially in the Eternos, I've never had an issue, right? Anyway, so I tried a pair of them on because I thought, okay, it's a beautiful day outside. Like, oh my god, my legs are like you can see them from outer space because they're that fucking shiny. But
Amazing.
like honestly, right? I had such an issue with them. They kept rolling down on me. They kept wrinkling everywhere. Every time, like, I would go to the toilet and pull them back up again, they would come all the way back down. So I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
this is weird. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, so this is a pair small, right? So I was like, okay, cool, right. It might
And it
just
was a
be,
small. That's odd.
yeah. So I was like, okay, it might just be my thighs have got a bit thicker. Fine, let's try medium pair. So I got a medium pair, right? Just to back up in my little stock collection. So I was like, cool. I was like, "Do you know what? Let me try a medium pair. So this was probably the next day, right? I was like, right, I want to try these out. So, literally, the exact same thing happened. It kept wrinkling, like to the point. It's like, oh imagine that's where the gusset's supposed to sit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever. We'll say here. My tights were sitting here. And the worst thing was, I was wearing like quite a short dress. Honest to God,
So you're
I
gonna
actually
notice it.
thought,
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that you're actually going to see the gusset part lining up with my dress. Honest to God, I was
Which is awkward. Which is very
so
awkward.
annoyed.
Because it's like, son,
Very awkward.
you're wearing those the wrong way. And it's like, shut up. Like,
And it's like, do you know that your tights are falling down? It's like, I do. I feel it. I do. But honest to God, I was so annoyed the fact that one, it happened in the small, but two, even more annoyed, it happened in the medium. So I'm like, I don't know if something
that's weird.
changed,
Yeah.
but it is a bit weird. I thought, well, I don't want to go to a lot. I mean, I know I can easily fit a large in
No, yeah,
CDR
of
and it's
course.
fine
Yeah.
on me because I've got enough stretch and all that. So there is never any like there won't be no wrinkling or extra material. I know they'll fit fine. But you think I shouldn't really have to buy a large in
No.
something like
And
that should fit me
I
in small
mean,
or medium.
realistically, bro, the way I see it is if you're wearing a small, those should be form fitting to you as much as possible. They're smaller,
Yeah.
they're tighter. So I feel like it should be clinging
Yeah.
onto you even more. So the fact that even the small was slipping down, it's like, okay, that doesn't seem right. That's a little off. Because,
Yeah.
you know, like that's weird to me. Like, obviously, granted, it's annoying because I always have to get like these much bigger pairs, but that's because I'm bigger. I have thicker legs. So
Mm.
it's annoying because sometimes I have to get these sizes that are meant for people who are like, or well, females who are like 6 foot, and I'm like, haha, I'm nowhere near that. But it's like I have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But that sounds weird because it's like, bro, that is
Yeah.
literally a size for women's that you know you can fit, but somehow they're
Yeah.
falling down. That doesn't make any sense. That should really,
It's
the
weird.
small should realistically be so stuck to you that it doesn't move realistically. It's the smallest pair. It
Exactly.
should be the tightest pair. That's that's so
Well,
odd,
that's what
bro.
you would think, because literally, because
Yeah,
like, when I came back to the hotel that day, I was like in the medium by mistake or something, and literally when I saw it was a small, I'm like, you're joking. Seriously,
yeah,
that's
that's
a
wild.
small.
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
don't I don't know. It's a bit weird because it's like I've been fine with other returnos, but it's just well, no, it wasn't a door pair. It was a merino pair where it's like it gives that slight
Oh
tap.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I
That's
was like, oh,
that's so
okay, this is a
odd.
bit weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
that is
So
that is odd.
yeah, I found it to be like just yeah. I just don't like it when they stop messing. It's like
No, of course, that's
especially like
understandable.
when it was with like the platinos, like the original like platinos, they were
Oh
just
my god,
beautiful. They were
bro.
brilliant. They were amazing. And then as soon as it all kind of changed, I get it. Look, it's not the same manufacturer, but it's like no, just
It's
don't
like, bro,
change stuff.
yeah, certain
Don't
things
tweak.
don't need to change. Like, I understand that maybe the
Mm,
material changed a little bit, but why should the sizing change? That really shouldn't be affected.
yeah,
You know, the way the
yeah.
fitting fits, it shouldn't be affected. That's just how I see it.
Mm,
That is odd. That is a little weird to be honest. That's so odd to hear that. That's so strange, bro. Like it's so odd that it's like that.
yeah.
And like I said, especially with a small pair, like bro, you would think, bro, these are small. They're gonna stick right to me. Like they're the smallest fucking
Mm.
pair. Like, like that's so odd, bro. What the hell? That's so
No,
crazy.
exactly.
That's so crazy.
Honestly, it was dead weird. So now it's like at the moment I just keep buying mediums and CDR because I'm like, one, I don't want to be forking out for a
Yeah,
small if I'm gonna
yeah.
have some sort of issue. But then again, I just don't know. It could just be, oh, it's fine. But then it's like, well, I'm not gonna spend like 15, 20 quid
Nah,
on
yeah.
like a couple of pairs to be like, well, no. So
Fair enough.
honestly,
Fair enough.
honestly.
Try to think. Was there another one?
Mm.
Favorites? Did we hit all of them? Was it Sheer versus Matt, Shiny? Oh no, Shiny versus Matt. I did the exact same thing as you. Shiny versus Matt,
Yeah.
Sheer versus Opaque. Um, and then well, actually no, you didn't really hit the Sheer and Opaque one. Technically, you did though, because you did say like if you like a matte pair more.
Yeah.
Personally, matte is naturally going to be more of like an opaque look. That's just naturally how it is, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we hit everything. So interesting,
Mm.
guys. Me and Sony obviously have our differences, but then we also have our similarities, which is, and that's the beauty of nylons, bro, is that, they're that's what I think people don't like. I know I have female friends who were like who have told me like, oh, I'm not really a big fan of like the sheer and shiny ones, but I love the ones with designs. Of course, why not? There's nothing
Mm.
wrong with liking patterned ones,
Yeah.
like
Love pattern
that's
ones.
totally fine. There's nothing wrong. So, and that's what I think bothers me about a lot of people. Like, they're not willing to open their eyes with more stuff about nylons. But it's like, bro, there are so many options. Like, it's not like you're limited. If you think you're limited,
Mm.
you're not looking in the right place. That's just the truth of it. Because there are so many options. There's no reason that you can't find one. I'm so serious, bro. There is a pair of nylons for everyone out there. I mean that. I'm so serious.
Yeah, that actually is. Yeah, that we didn't do plain versus patterns. Yeah, that's
That's
one.
another one. I mean,
That's one. Yeah.
mine is obviously an obvious answer if I just say sheer versus shiny, but realistically, I think if you say with the pattern, that's gonna go pattern versus opaque, because realistically, it's like they're typically patterned ones are like thicker because you're gonna want to see the pattern. There are some of them that are like pretty sheer with the pattern, but I feel like
Mm.
if most people think of like a pattern or design one, they automatically think they're gonna be like at least a good like 30 denier, maybe something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
hear.
Like around there.
Mm.
Me personally, that's what I feel like. especially with like the mock suspender ones. It's like the mock suspender ones is literally like it's only sheer up top,
Yeah.
so it's like it's
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
opaque
yeah.
in the bottom.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Yeah. No, I hear that. But you know, to be fair, do you know what? There's actually a lot of patterns out there now. Just thinking about it, there's
Yeah,
so many patterns
pattern
out
ones
there.
have really come up, and I think it's because more and more people are starting to realize like, oh hey, like I don't have to just wear like a plain black or a plain nude. I
Mm,
could switch it up, you know. I mean, like I say, bro, I do like certain pattern ones. I just prefer my sheer and shiny, but that is the beauty of nylons as well. I'm already thinking of ideas of like,
yeah,
listen, come the winter, I'll wear a pair of shorts with a pair of pattern ones, but then I'll just throw like a 10 denier pair of shiny on top. Make my own style. Switch it
yeah,
up a little bit. I'm layering in the
yeah,
winter, so now I'm not cold. Got my shine going, which I always love. Then I got a pair of pattern ones that, hey, it's a little twist to it. Why not?
mm.
That's how
No,
I
I
see it.
hear that. Yeah, I love doing that. I remember I did it when I went to go see juniors play, and it was literally like I had like my black ultra sheer ones underneath, and then and naturally they're quite shiny,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
in like mood lighting. But then I had like the black Parisian on top, so my
Oh,
polka dot print
nice.
on top.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was a vibe. It obviously naturally looked a bit darker because
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
like the ones that I have is slightly like they say 15, but I think it's a bit more of a 20. Um, but yeah, honest to God, it was such a vibe. It looks so good. And you're like, oh my God, yes.
And
So I'm totally with you
that's
on that.
no, yeah, that's interesting now that I think about it because naturally I would put the shiny pair on top because of course to show the shine line first. But now that
Mm,
is interesting because of course if the shine is very strong in like a CDR in like certain brands, if you throw the pattern ones on top, depending the denier, it's like that
yeah,
shine will seep through just a little bit. So it's still like noticeable,
yeah,
but you're like, but I see a pattern. Wait a second. Like, it don't, that's
yeah,
cool. That is cool. Now that I think about it, that is very, damn, now I'm gonna have to try that. Now I'm
yeah.
interested.
No, honestly, do it's so cool.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
so
try
cool.
that. That
I
actually
love
sounds
doing.
really interesting.
Yeah, I normally tend to do it in winter when it's like I really want to wear a pattern pair, but it's like I don't want to go opaque.
Of course,
But
yeah.
it is like it's a cold day and it's like I do need to like kind of keep warm. So it's like, yeah, look, I'm just gonna double up but make it fun. Yeah, I love doing that.
So speaking of
Right.
obviously tights going with outfits and with looks, of course, like we always discuss, especially you're a very very big fashionista for that aspect. I actually had something I wanted to ask you about, and
Oh god.
I recently thought about this because like I don't know, it made me laugh about something where if you remember, especially in the 90s, because you and I are around the same age, in the 90s and like
Yeah.
the 80s and 90s, it's really fascinating that damn near every female in like movies or shows wore nylons. Like you couldn't miss it. Like you could
Yes.
easily tell that they're wearing nylons. And
Mm,
obviously because of fashion, because of whatever the way society is, whatever it is, over the years, less and less nylons have been seen in shows. But I'd be sitting here sometimes like thinking like, yo, bro, they could have easily added a pair of nylons to that look. Or
mm,
they could have easily added like even a pattern pair to that look to make it look nicer. And it really makes me laugh when it's things like that because so I watch a lot of video games, I watch a lot of TVs, a lot of movies, but I also watch a lot of video game tournaments. I'm very into esports,
mm.
and for anyone who doesn't know what esports is, it's literally competitive gaming, at like a professional level, like an actual sports athlete. That's literally how it's treated. So I watch quite a few games that I'm really really into. And it caught my attention so hard because I literally sit there and I'm like, yo, bro, you clearly one of the hostess, she clearly involves nylons in her looks a lot. Like it's not like it's the first time.
Mm.
I've literally seen her wear nylons quite a bit for a good amount of the tournaments that goes on. And I sit there sometimes looking at her legs and I'm just like, bro, you could be wearing such a nicer pair. Like, and not to talk
Yeah.
shit or anything, but I'm just saying, like, bro, I understand you're obviously wearing nylons with that look, but it's like, and like you and I have talked about it, like, it, and not to talk shit, I'm just saying, there are times where you could look at a pair of nylons on someone and just know that's not a very good pair of nylons. Like, you know that the quality of those are
Yeah.
not the best. You know, like, bro, I could have given you 30 other fucking names that would have been so much better for that look or
Mm.
just better than those ones that you're wearing right now. Just because, as nylon enthusiasts, connoisseurs, we know that. That's just, it comes natural to us. It's just how it is. But I sit there and I'm just like, bro, you could be rocking like such a better pair of nylons that would even make your outfit and your look pop even more. Like, especially because sometimes I'll be like, yo, son, you dropped the ball so hard. She be wearing these like shiny dresses that I'm like, but you don't rock a shiny pair of nylons with it? Finish the look. Like, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, bro, just finish the look. You're literally wearing a shiny dress with a pair of shiny heels and then some like matte nude look. Son, you could have gone with a shiny nude. Like, finish the look, add the shine. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, but then I don't know, bro. I'd be looking at sometimes these costume designers in like certain shows and stuff, and I'm like, I understand that not every show or every outfit needs to have nylons. I understand that. But, you know, there are some times where I'm like, bro, you know, this girl's supposed to be wearing a dress to this party, or she's like in the office and has this office look. And I'm like, you could have just so easily added nylons to that look and made it pop a little more. Obviously, I understand, like, it doesn't have to always be like that, but it's aggravating where sometimes where I'll watch a show and I'll blatantly notice that the girl is wearing nylons, and I'm like, son, you could be wearing such, like, it kills me when you be watching these shows and it's like, bro, the costume designer's in charge of making you look how you look. You're gonna tell me this costume designer doesn't know a better, nice pair of nylons out there? I'm like, this is your job, bro. You're supposed to know this shit. That's how I see it. I'm like, why?
No, I hear that. Do you know what? Now that you've said it, right, there could, I don't know if there's any truth in this whatsoever, but I'm just gonna spurt some theories out there.
Let it out, girl. Let it out.
But I think people don't, right? And I'm kind of judging this on what I've kind of sort of seen, especially with women and like my friends and family and whatnot. There can be that little bit of a stigma amongst women where wearing hosiery can have more of a sex appeal than being bare-legged. Because I think it's like when I think, okay, like prime example, like I don't really watch James Bond, but I think I watched the one, was it Spectre? And it's, oh god, she's beautiful. I love her as an actress, right? I don't know her bloody name, but it's like her hubby died, and obviously James Bond gets on with her, and she's wearing a gorgeous pair. Like her outfit is fire. It's straight up fire, right? And it's a whole black ensemble, lubes on everything, and it looked beautiful. But you think, one, that's a Parisian style. That's how Parisians are well known. But it's like I think, and obviously, like I said, there could be truth in it. It might just be a load of bull hockey. But I think adding nylons into something, especially when you're talking about like stockings or like a back seam to it or anything shit, basically making the leg more accentuated, I think it adds more sex appeal into it than having bare legs. It is, if that
I get what
makes
you mean.
sense.
No, I
You
get
see
what
where
you
I'm
mean.
coming
Yeah.
from?
No, I get what you mean. Yeah, because then it's like because then it's almost adding like which is really funny. It's interesting to me. It's kind of like that actually makes a lot of sense because when you think about it, if you look at a girl wearing lingerie, like just a bodysuit, it's like, oh shit. But then it's like the moment she adds the stockings to it, then it's like, oh my sultry, God. And it's like,
yeah,
really,
and
like
it takes it to the next level. Yeah,
but that kind of not bothers me, but it makes me wonder because then I kind of sit there and I'm like, it's very funny to me how this aspect is like whatever, but just because you added something to your legs now, oh devilish, oh assault, and it's like, son, her nipples are showing. Like, we're not gonna talk about that. Just saying. Like,
yeah.
So it's weird to me, bro, because I also feel like that's a people thing where how they want to view things a certain way, which also pisses me off. That's a whole other topic because so many people love to be judgmental and look at things a certain way, and
yeah,
which to me it's always like, all right, bro, if that's how you want to view it, then that's on you. That's a you problem. I'm viewing it how I'm viewing it. That's just me. And if you want to take that assumption, if you want to think how I'm viewing it the way you're viewing it, then that's on you, bro. You're not in my head, so you're not going to try to tell me what I'm thinking of it. I know what I'm thinking and I'm looking at or how I'm judging it. That's me, bro. But however way you want to take it, that's a you problem. I'm just trying to share how I'm feeling and how I'm looking at it. You know, and like I'm saying, bro, it's not like I'm saying that, you know, every outfit in every show of every TV show or every movie has to have nylons. I'm just saying there are sometimes aspects where it's like, damn, nylons would have given this look a nice little touch. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, let's be real, bro. Obviously, I'm not expecting a girl to come down in some evening gown dress that's super, super long and nylons. That makes no sense. You're not gonna fucking see them. That's obviously understandable.
Mm.
But it's like, if a girl in like a TV show is like going somewhere and she has like a cute little outfit on, bro, she could have thrown on a patterned pair of nylons to give it like that extra cute
Yeah.
look. If she's wearing
Yeah.
like, if she's going out to like the nightclub or like whatever, you're gonna wear like a nice body fitting dress. Might as well add some shiny
Mm.
nylons or some black nylons that'll like not give it a nice little extra umph. Like there are different ways. I'm not saying it always has to be like that, but it's just also the aspect of, okay, the costume designer chose, well, listen, for this look, we're going to give you nylons for it. Okay, cool. But why are they some shitty pair of nylons? That's where I'm coming from, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying every single person has to have them, but if the costume designer chose, hey, for this look in this scene, you're going to be wearing a pair of stockings or a pair of nylons, why are they at least not a nicer pair, bro, that is, like, out
I
there?
know. Well,
Like,
it's their budget, isn't it? Don't they have to work within a budget or something or
it's like, son,
whatnot?
there's, but it's like, how many pairs do we know of that is still a decent price that you could easily add in a
Oh
budget that,
yeah.
like, and it's like for like one scene or two scenes or whatever, like it's really not like as if it's like
Mm.
killing the budget, like that's what makes me laugh. So
Yeah.
I'm always like, bro, it's wild to me how it's just like, it's just more of that. It's funny how some people are willing to go the extra step in certain things for an outfit, but they just don't think about the nylons for it. Which, and I get, like,
Yeah.
I know not everyone is into nylons like we are, which I totally understand. But it's like, son, if you're willing to go the extra step for the shoes, for the handbag, for the earrings, for the makeup,
Mm.
why not for the nylons? Your legs are going to
Yeah.
be showing too, bro. You might as well make them look nice as possible as well. That's how I see it.
Mm. No, I hear that. I actually hear that. And you are right. I mean, at the end of the day, hosiery is just an accessory. And I think that's the thing. It's like, as that coming back to like when I mentioned, obviously, when I spoke to my family and friends, a lot of, and it's like somehow to some degree, it's like how I used to be. It was when you think of like stockings, you think of lingerie and you think of bedroom and you think sexy wear rather than actually, well, no, you can just wear it underneath the skirt, or no, you can actually just wear it underneath the dress and it's fine. Like, don't get me wrong, you'll feel sexy, but it is the whole thing of like, nobody else needs to know that. Like, everyone just thinks you're probably just wearing a pair of tights. But I think it is that whole, I mean, I'm not saying that it's like it's the hugest factor possible, but it could play a little factor in terms of because there is that sex appeal
Oh, of
around it
course. Oh,
compared
of
to how it
course.
used to be back in the day. Like it was just the norm. People would wear it. There'd be nothing to it. Whereas now it's like, oh yeah, bare legs or something. Whereas like elevating it with hosiery, it's adding, it's covering the skin, isn't it? It's adding on that whole mystery. It's adding on the whole, oh, like okay, and it's yeah, I can't really describe it well, but I know what I mean in my head.
No,
But
and I get
yeah,
what you're saying, and it's true because like it makes me laugh because how you're saying of that whole teasing aspect, mystery aspect. Like I've always said, bro,
yeah,
I think one of like the most, and it's funny because it's like, I feel like you only truly understand it if like you know what I'm talking about. But for from a guy's perspective, in a sexual way, like that sexy way, that mystery way, it's like, if a guy is very, very into nylons and a girl is wearing a pair of nylons under a pair of
mm,
pants, but you can obviously tell like near her ankle she's wearing, it's like, oh my God, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, a guy
yeah,
with who are into nylons is obviously going to notice that and get very excited. But then it's like, it kind of kills me because then I'm like, okay, that I understand. But then yet if you're going to wear a skirt or wear a dress and then wear nylons, it's like, bro, like you said, it's an accessory. It's just adding to the outfit. So like it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. And granted, I feel like it's gotten to that point because of the internet, because of social media,
mm,
because of how people want to, view things and how people want to perceive it and all that. Fine. But not everyone is going to perceive it like that. Not everyone is going to be like that. Don't get me wrong. Are there a lot of people? Yes, of course, because that's just how this society is. But at the end of the day, bro, if that's how you want to view it, that is a you problem. Like, that's all on you, bro. That's why I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna view it how I'm gonna view it. You want to view it how you're gonna view it. Just because we have different views, bro, that's fine. Like, it's not the end of the fucking world. Like,
no, I hear that. I hear that.
crazy how sometimes people like to see things or make assumptions or judge a certain way, and I'm just like, yo, that's wild, man. Like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. It is just, yeah.
That's
I
why
don't know. I have no words for it anymore.
no, I know, but then that's why I always say, bro, like, it makes me laugh how many people out there love to try to judge and talk shit about men wearing nylons, and it's like, bro, it ain't your issue. You the one wearing them? You're the
Mm.
one going out? Are you the one? What? Like, I was sometimes want to look at these people and be like, so why are you feeling threatened? Well, I don't feel threatened. So why are you bothered? Like, it's like it's
Mm.
something, bro. Like, let it
Yeah.
out. Like, because then,
Yeah.
like, the one thing that kills me the most about it is when someone wants to go, oh, well, you look gay. Okay. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of other people look gay too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, it
I
makes me
know.
laugh because I could go out wearing like a 5-inch seam of shorts to kind of show off my legs a little bit with a pair of sneakers, nylons, and a t-shirt. Okay, cool. But then you're gonna look at me and be like, yo, that's so gay, blah blah blah. This man just walked by you in a crop top and the shortest shorts in the world with like high heels on, but you won't say shit to him. And if
Yeah,
he
exactly.
if that guy wants to dress like that, I have no fucking problem with it. Be you, bro. Be free. You're not doing anything to me. Maybe obviously some people aren't gonna like how you look. Some people are gonna judge. Whatever, fine. Let them fucking feel like that. Me, bro, do you? You ain't doing any harm to me. You're not. Yeah, you may look a little revealing, and oh, it's not the norm or what. But son, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not actually showing anything crazy. You're not. Like, so it's wild because then I'm like, all you did was see me in a pair of nylons wearing some regular ass clothes with it, and somehow this is the end of the world.
Yeah. It's just because they can't fathom it. I think that's what it is. It's because they're not wanting to understand or willing to kind of know more about it. They think, oh, well, actually, I don't like it, so I'm just going to say something. Rather than because they're too scared to
Yeah.
think. Because I've noticed it with somebody, and I actually called him out the other day. It was when I was coming back home from work, and like I was watching the whole thing, and then like even I kind of put my 2 pence in because I was like, oh, you've infuriated me, man. But like it was like obviously he's got an issue with gay people clearly, right? And especially like feminine gay people. And oh no, you shouldn't be wearing that. Why are you wearing that? And even like, no, what's it to you, man? They walked off because they were like, I'm not gonna have this conversation.
Bro, I'm
But
not
I was
wasting my
look,
fucking day. Like,
exactly. And I even asked him, I was like, look, what is your problem? Because he went into Costa, and I was going into Costa anyway to go get a coffee. And I was like, look, what was your issue? And he was like, oh, I just don't like gays. I was like, yeah, but why? Why don't you like gays? And literally he was like, oh, well, I don't know. I just don't like gays. I don't like the way they are. That's it. That's all you've got to say. Then why voice anything at the end of the day? Just because you can't understand they love differently, they want to dress differently, they have a whole different amazing personality to them, but it's just because he'd rather just judge because it's easier to judge than to actually open your mind and understand. He didn't want to open up his mind and understand because he might be fearing what's going to come out of that. Does that make him gay if he actually tries to understand? Do you know what I mean? It's a whole kind of, I hate it. It really grates me. But when you think, oh my God, like what is your reasoning for having a go
yeah,
at these two random people minding their own business? Not even making remarks, not even looking at you weird or anything. It was like, what is your problem?
And what kills me
But
the most about that
yeah.
is because, like, if I was in that situation, I genuinely would have looked at the guy and be like, "So, bro, what's your issue? Are you just mad at the fact that they look good and you were checking them out, or are you mad at the fact that they didn't hit on you?" Because it's
Quick,
something. It's
quick
something.
wave.
If you got no fucking answer for me, what is it then, bro? Because, bro, like I say, dude, if someone is walking out in public dressed a certain way that is not the norm, son,
Yeah.
what the fuck do I care? They're going on about their day in their life. So am I. What does the fuck does it matter to anyone? And I get so aggressive about this topic because, I sometimes just want to look at someone and go, bro, why do you care? And then what kills me the most is, oh, but the kids, where?
Yeah.
You don't have a fucking kid with you, so what does it matter with the kids? And then on top of that, bro, best believe, I have a kid, I have a daughter. As she's growing up, bro, my daughter is obviously going to grow up as the norm that her dads were nylons. That's going to be a thing. But then, of course, she's eventually going to come into the realization of, oh, it's not really the norm, but hey, my dad does it, but I don't judge him, and he takes care of me, and he loves me at the end of the day. That's all that fucking matters, bro. That's all that should matter. Like Like, it's crazy to me that if anyone were to ever try to come to me and be like, oh, that's so wrong that you're showing your daughter that. What?
Oh God, it grates me.
Son,
Oh
am I
God.
taking care of my daughter? Is my daughter being fed? Is she living a good life? Is everything good for
Mhm.
her? So what the fuck does anything else matter? And best
Mhm.
believe I'm going to be teaching my daughter from a young age, like, listen, sweetie, there are going to be people in this world who will look different, act different, be different. That's
Mm.
totally fine. If they are not fucking bothering you, let them live their life in their happy little way that they want to be. It has
Yeah,
nothing to do with you.
exactly.
They're going to be their own way. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. And that's what pisses me off about this society. Everyone wants to get so
Mm.
bothered. Everyone wants to have an opinion. For what?
Mm.
What are you doing about it, son? You just want to bitch to bitch.
No, exactly. And I think that's the thing as well. It's like when people say, "Oh yeah, but the kids," and it's like, well, actually, you know what? Like, what's it got to do with kids? Make them understand. Let your kids and like or whatever kids understand. Like, look, yeah, okay, this might not be the norm, but you know what? They choose to do that because and they're happy. That's all that matters is the
And
fact that they're choosing to be them and they're happy and they're comfortable, kind of thing. They're just probably just too scared the fact that oh well, if they see that my kids are gonna want to do that, I don't want my kids to be gay. Do you know what? Like, are you gonna stop your kid from being gay when
son,
they're gonna be? Do you know
it's
what I mean? You only
God,
think
dude.
really?
It's so funny because then
It's
at the
just
same time, it's like, bro, I could promise you one thing: your kid's gonna be gay just to be gay, no matter what. It has nothing else to do with anything else.
mm,
They're going to figure themselves out as they grow up. Whatever happens, happens. That's just how it is. I know,
mm,
I know a shit ton of people that they were like, oh, I actually really found out I was gay when I was like 18. I also know some people who were like, bro, I knew I was fucking gay at 6. like,
yeah,
son, what are you
yeah.
gonna do, bro? That's just how it is. What are you gonna do?
No, exactly.
It's
The thing is,
ridiculous,
people, you know what I've noticed? People don't want to teach their kids. That's the
and
biggest
that's
thing. They don't
wild
want
to
to teach
me.
their kids. It's like, at the end of the day, you're not going to stop your kids from seeing it. They're going to see it somewhere.
And
So
if
you'd rather
they're
you explain.
yes, yes, that's
Mm,
true. Yes, because then at the end of the day, if they're really really young and you really don't want to explain it to them just yet, you can literally explain so many different things in so many different ways to a child because they're a child. They're just gonna be like, oh
yeah.
okay, mommy, oh okay, daddy, like that's it.
Mm,
And then once they start to get older and you know, okay, hey, they can start to understand a little more, then you can have
yeah.
that deeper conversation with them.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. And
bro,
that's the thing.
you're right. That's true.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's that's the thing. People just parents don't want to do it. They'd
Hmm.
rather just no, 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 look away. When actually it's like don't because you're suppressing that kid. It's like it's like this whole gripe that I like that I've kind of got that I don't know many people have where it's like oh um it was sort of, oh no, don't tell like young girls to wear X, Y, and Z. Well, it's like actually like educate your sons. Educate your sons to know better the fact that girls can wear what they want to wear. It doesn't mean that they want to be, sexually harassed, that they want to
Yes,
be, X, Y, and Z
exactly. Yes.
kind of thing. So it's still like to me, it's the same thing. It's like educate your kids. Your kids are gonna know and they're gonna on one stage understand, but at least they've heard it from you rather than seeing it somewhere else. Then then end up like asking it with other people, or then even to the point bullying about it, saying, "Oh, well, you're different. My parents, X, Y, and Z. We've never been told about this, so you're different." Do you know what I mean? It can create such an impact that parents don't even realize. Whereas if they had actually just started talking about it or just mentioning that, look, this is not what we do, but you know what? This is what other people do. And that's fine. That's okay. That doesn't mean like they're any different. They're still people. We all still come from the same kind of, we're all blood at the end of the day. But it's just, yeah, yeah, that's my kind of take on it, to be fair.
No,
But
bro, if my 6 or 7 year old daughter goes to me, hey, daddy, why are they dressing like that? All I'm going to look at her and say, you know what,
mm,
sweetie? They're comfortable like that. And that's it. Oh, but why? I don't know. But, that's how they
mm,
are. And they're not bothering us. So it's okay for them to be how they want to be. They're
yeah,
going to go on with their life. And that's it. That's fucking it.
mm,
When she's like, 12 or 13, then I could be like, well, listen, could be this, could be that. But at the end
yeah,
of the day, are they still respecting you? Are they not hurting society? Are they
mm,
not hurting you? Then they can be how they want to be.
yeah.
It's
It's as
wild.
simple as that. That's the thing.
Bro,
But
there's so
yeah.
many guys, and it's funny because then so many guys will be like, oh, bro, there's so many guys out there who like to cross dress, not even because they're gay or anything. They like to
Yeah.
cross dress because to them, in their personal self that has nothing to fucking do with anyone else, it makes them feel confident. So why the fuck do you care?
Yeah.
Like, son.
Yeah.
It's wild,
No,
bro.
honestly, just
like, bro, if I wanted to cross dress in my
race,
own way
man.
because I feel confident in myself in that way, why do you care if I'm cross dressing? Oh, well, it's wrong.
Exactly.
Why is it wrong? Oh, well, that's not the norm. What the fuck is the norm, bro? Please tell me. I tell everyone all the time,
What
what's
is
normal?
the norm is the question.
I tell everyone all the time, what's normal? Because what's normal to me ain't normal to you. What's normal to you ain't normal to me. So what's normal? Please tell me.
Yeah.
It's normal.
It's true. I do that all the time. Yeah.
Normal for me to wear nylons because I like nylons. Obviously, it ain't normal for you. But if I'm wearing them, what the fuck does it matter to you? That's always what I go back to, because it's like, bro, why do you care? And then on top of that, all these people start sharing an opinion or what? So you're just wasting your breath? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to go on my life. I could give less than two shits what you think. It's wild, bro. It's crazy how some people are, man. I don't get it.
It really, honestly, it really is. It really is.
But yeah, I think that's a good way to end the episode.
It is, yeah. God, we've been going for a while, actually, on this episode.
It was funny because we were like, yeah, we'll just do a quick short one. Yeah, no. We got into it.
No, it never really happens.
It's all good, though. It's all good. But
it is.
Guys, appreciate y'all as always, man. We'll see you guys next week. Y'all take care. Much love as always, guys. We appreciate y'all. And as always, man, thank you so much. Y'all take care.